Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing, and today I'm doing the whole card review of the Dennis McCann Ionut Baluta fight. So the first fight of the night was Joel Kadua he moves to 4-0, and he fought Elitras Pashos. We'll go on that. And yeah, he beats him over 6 rounds. 60-54. Still yet to lose a round in his career is Joel Kadua. He's looking pretty good, especially as he does train with Tunde Ajayi. And yeah, slick boxer. Good performance yesterday. And I do think he has got a fight date. I saw yesterday, 14th of October, back at York Hall Bethnal Green. Yeah, but he moves to 4-0, and that's good. 6 rounds as Pilaps Chos is a very durable guy. Then we had Khalid Ali v Nicole Stonov. Khalid Ali was in cruise control, boxing really well, but he got caught cold in the 5th round. Brutal shot that put him down to the canvas. And yeah, but he got back up, survived the late scare. I think that Nicholas of the 41. But with that knockdown, yeah, and he's yeah, I maybe a draw would have been fair. I think Khalid Ali probably, yeah, by a point. But yeah, if it wasn't for that knockdown, Khalid would have been in cruise control. But it's a good test for Khalid Ali, and I think that will probably make him stronger as a fighter. But it's good for him to have that test against the very durable, taller lads as well, who normally fights a bit higher than that usual. So it's good to test that. But Khalid Ali survives a late scare. Then we had Umar Khan beating Kevin Trana. Of course, Umar Khan now moves to 7-0. Looking good, of course. A bit of a step up in opponent. I mean, since he's now fighting people with winning records. He's like, because he fought Singh Bhatti in January on the yard card. He fought Trana, who fought Chris Bork in an absolute war. Trana trying to put it on Umar Khan as well. Same scorecard as the Chris Bork fight. So 58-56. Good for him to get that test against a good opponent in Kevin Trana, who was coming to win and is pretty strong. But Umar moves to 7-0. Then we had Raven Chapman v Liliana dos Santos Ferrunta. And Raven Chapman won by unanimous decision. But she did, in the first round, it was a bit, who did you fancy in that one? It was a close round. That Liliana dos Santos looked pretty solid. She was tough. She was game, hard as nails. She got up from that second round, that late scare for Liliana dos Santos when she got put down in the second round. Raven put her down in the second round. Liliana got up, survived, kept coming forward. I would like to see her back on these big shows as well, because she's good. That Dos Santos is a fight Raven needs. And with Raven, do you? Because look, that ranks her 5th in the world on BoxRec. It ranks her 5th on BoxRec. She's 5th in the world. She beat Liliana dos Santos, who was 14th in the world on BoxRec. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if she tries to fight that Karen Kajabal, who Katie Taylor beat, or try and get in the mix with Sky Nicholson, Shelly Martinez, Sarah Mumford, and Amanda Serrano. Do I believe she's at the Amanda Serrano level yet? No, I think she might want to fight Martinez and Sky or somebody. Maybe 2-3 more fights, then you can look for a world title. But she's looking very good, Raven, and that's a good performance from Raven Chapman yesterday. And moving on. But yes, Raven, in the next few fights, I think she'll be knocking on the door for world level. But if she fights Serrano later this year, she wants that Serrano fight. Serrano would beat her at this moment in time. And when I mean beat, she'd probably stop her. Moving on, Ryan Garner won the WBC International Super Featherweight title against Juan Jesus. And that guy was the Spanish Super Featherweight champion. So it's good to see Ryan Garner step up, especially after the whole incidents with fights getting just fights not going his way, like getting cancelled, some incidents he's had. And but yeah, Ryan Garner, good to see him get a win against a solid competitor. Big statement win from Ryan the Piranha Garner, and he got him out in round 3. Did not expect that. I thought it would be unanimous decision to Ryan the Piranha Garner, but he moves forward. And would he try and get in that English title with the likes of Michael Gomez, Levi Giles, British title, maybe Liam Dillon or Cash Ashfaq or Fies Belotti? Try and get in that mix, because I do believe he could compete at that level. But yeah, or he might defend his WBC silver a few times. Then we have the co-main event. Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins. He proved his nickname, didn't he? Because he was a nightmare for Ramza Hamza as he knocks him out 24 seconds into the fight. I don't know what else you can say. Punch perfect performance. Yeah, but Collins looking dangerous. No one does that to Ramza Hamza. And I was shocked. I did think Collins was going to win, but I thought mid-round 7-8. I think I said round 8. 7-8 to Nathaniel Collins, sorry. But yeah, I was shocked. One big shot, Ramza goes down and couldn't get back up and couldn't beat the count. But yeah, that's very impressive from Nathaniel Collins. As Ramza's a very good competitor at the British sort of level. So him doing that to Ramza Hamza is quite a big statement, and a Queensbury debut as well for him, which was, I mean, Queensbury debuts won't get any better than that on your promotion debut. But yeah, for Nathaniel Collins, I mean, he wants that Nick Bull fight. Would it be a good fight? Yes, I reckon it would be a good fight. Because Collins is there. Nick Bull can whack as well. They can both box as well. So I'd love to see that in the future. Whether that will be this year, probably not. Maybe next year. Frank says that he was going to bring big nights to Scotland. I think he will. He can go pretty far. 7 knockouts now out of the 13 wins. He's looking good, and I'm liking the look of that. Probably Nick Bull is the fight people want to see with Nathaniel Collins and Nick Bull. That would be, I want to see that fight. What's next for Ramza Hamza? I don't know what's next for Ramza Hamza. But yeah, Nathaniel Collins and still the British and Commonwealth featherweight champion. Then we had our main event of the evening, which was an absolute war dogfight for the WBO Intercontinental Super Bantamweight title between Dennis the Menace McCann and Ionut Baluta. As I was saying, what a fight, what a war. They both were just swinging right from the bell, and that's, as boxing fans, we love to see it just going for it right at the start. I think Dennis probably took the first round, and then there was close rounds in the fight. Then round 2, you probably went Baluta. Then in the third round, Baluta started off strong. He had McCann hurt as well, rocked McCann back. But yeah, then I was thinking that Ionut might get the win when he hurt him at first. But Dennis showed good heart in that round to get through. Then he came back, and the next 2 minutes, Dennis recovered from that shot, and arguably he won that round. But with anyone saying it was a Baluta round, you can't argue. But if you say it was a McCann round, you can't argue with that either. But or you could have the people on commentary were saying, well, the pundits were saying it was a draw. It could be in a draw round. But if I had to nick it to one, I think Dennis came on better in the later, but that round was close. Then round 4, probably Baluta. It was just a bit of a scrappy fight, bit of a dog fight, messy fight at times. But yeah, round 5, 6 started getting into it a bit more. But yeah, 7 and 8, I think I think Baluta started off fight a bit stronger than McCann in a way. Then McCann, I thought 6 and 7 sort of came back. Then he also got that cut. Forgot what round that was. But yeah, he was still swinging away, Dennis. That's a war for Dennis. It's a good fight for Dennis. Round 9, people were moaning that the ref stopped the fight like that. Because he apparently Dennis said that the ref went over to him and said, he said, we go to the scorecards. So apparently the doctor didn't stop it, it was the ref. So should that be a TKO victory for Baluta? People saying if that was the other way round, they would have given it a TKO win to McCann. I don't know with that one. That's a bit of a weird one, that, because it was caused by a head clash, not a punch. But yeah, would I want to see a rematch? Yeah, I don't think that was Dennis's night. I think Dennis can perform a lot better than what he did. I don't think that looked like Dennis McCann, as we've seen him perform way better than that. Wasn't Dennis McCann's night, but still shows when he has a bad night, that was one of Baluta's best ever performances, and he can still hang up with the top, with a good fighter on a bad night. And Baluta had a bad night against Davis. People were like, yeah, Liam beat Baluta convincingly, but that wasn't Baluta's night, and we saw Baluta beat Can. Then Baluta put a great performance against Dennis yesterday. Could it have gone either way? Would I have argued if it went Baluta's way? No, not at all. Could I have argued if it went Dennis' way? No. Draw. I had a draw, was fair. Because it was 30 seconds into that 9th round, you don't argue with the judges giving it a 10-10, because not long at all got in that, so can't argue with a draw. I think they're both disappointed. I think it'll both feel like they've got hard done by. But yeah, should they rematch? It'll be a good fight. But I think how long Dennis will be out with his cuts and what with his, because he'll need a few stitches there, wouldn't he? I don't know. Hopefully by the end of the year, if Dennis goes well, then maybe a fight with Liam Davis. At the minute, if they fought yesterday, Liam Davis would have boxed rings around Dennis McCann. But even though the styles do make fights, Dennis would have been coming forward. Davis would have been a bit back foot. People saying Dennis isn't what he was. Dennis has reached his level. He hasn't. I think it was just a bit of an off night for McCann. Good performance from Baluta. But yeah, I think he did show heart, and I think he'll bounce back. But it's just whether he has not reached his level. I think that's a bit of an off night. Still prove that he's at that level. But yeah, I would like to see a rematch. But yes, with that, I think hopefully by December, November time, hoping everything goes well with Dennis. But yes, and hoping everything goes well with Dennis and his stitches and stuff and recovery. But yes, what a fight, what a war, and thank you for watching this video. What a fight.